NASA's Space Launch System, once touted as the most powerful rocket ever built, is now facing an uncertain future. With billions of dollars already invested, is it still the best choice for sending astronauts to the moon? Or is SpaceX's Starship the answer NASA has been looking for all along? Today, we're diving into the high-stakes debate over the SLS's costs and challenges, and why Starship is emerging as a game-changing alternative for NASA's Artemis program. Are we on the verge of a new era in space exploration? NASA's Space Launch System, or SLS, was designed to be the agency's powerhouse rocket, capable of carrying heavy payloads and astronauts to the moon and beyond. But from the start, the SLS has been criticized for its soaring costs and repeated delays. Each SLS launch carries a staggering $4 billion price tag, and so far, NASA has spent over $23 billion just on development. This financial burden is a major challenge, especially when compared to cost-effective innovations from the private sector. Michael Bloomberg, for example, has called the SLS a colossal waste of taxpayer money, pointing to how the program has blown past its initial budget with no signs of becoming affordable. Technical issues also plague the SLS. For instance, a recent problem with the Orion module's heat shield is causing further delays in the Artemis schedule. While the SLS struggles, SpaceX is making incredible strides with its Starship, a fully reusable, lower-cost alternative. Unlike the expendable SLS, Starship is built to be launched, landed, and relaunched, drastically cutting down long-term expenses. Recently, SpaceX successfully completed test flights for Starship, proving it's ready for major missions. Moreover, Starship offers unique capabilities like in-orbit refueling, enabling long-distance lunar missions without the need for extra infrastructure, such as NASA's Lunar Gateway. This positions Starship as a strong competitor, delivering an affordable, fast solution for lunar missions. Now imagine an Artemis mission where NASA relies solely on SpaceX's Starship. Instead of depending on multiple modules and support systems, Starship would handle the entire lunar journey, from launch to moon landing to the return trip. This model would not only save billions in infrastructure costs, but also streamline logistics, allowing for more frequent launches. This vision of a simplified, efficient lunar mission demonstrates the potential of involving the private sector in what was originally an exclusively NASA-driven project. Many experts are asking, should Starship have been the primary choice from the very beginning? Another crucial factor is the cost of the infrastructure needed for the SLS. Take the ML2 mobile launcher as an example. Originally budgeted at $250 million, this launcher's costs have now ballooned to $2.7 billion, with no clear end in sight. These expenses have overburdened NASA's budget and raised doubts about whether the SLS can remain financially sustainable. Moreover, the SLS faces serious technical challenges. Liquid hydrogen leaks, constant delays, and safety concerns have slowed down the timeline and damaged public trust in the Artemis program. These technical obstacles add another layer of complexity to an already costly project. Given these obstacles, SpaceX is emerging as a viable solution for NASA's Artemis program. There are several practical alternatives NASA could explore with SpaceX's technology. First, Starship could handle the entire lunar mission independently, taking astronauts to the moon and back without needing additional modules. Another option would be to use the Falcon Heavy to launch a Dragon capsule with the crew, which could rendezvous with Starship in lunar orbit. Lastly, a third alternative could see Starship completing the journey back to Earth orbit, where the crew would transfer to a waiting Dragon capsule for safe re-entry. These alternatives would significantly reduce NASA's dependency on the SLS while also lowering mission costs. Time is ticking. NASA needs to make a quick decision, with Artemis missions 2 and 3 planned for the coming years, and China fast-tracking its own lunar ambitions. If the United States wants to maintain its leadership in space exploration, NASA must choose the fastest and most cost-effective path to success. A solid partnership with SpaceX could be a major breakthrough, allowing NASA to reach its lunar goals with greater efficiency and less reliance on costly, time-consuming infrastructure. The international competition with China adds a sense of urgency, making this decision crucial for the future of U.S. space exploration. In the end, the question remains, is the SLS still necessary? Or should NASA double down on SpaceX's Starship to take the lead in lunar exploration? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear if you believe NASA should embrace a new strategy focused on efficiency and innovation. And of course, if you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on all things space, don't forget to subscribe. With SpaceX's constant advancements and the rapid evolution of space technology, the future is closer than ever. See you next time.